Hi, Ciaran. How are you? Thank you so
Hi,
much
Gary.
for agreeing to take part in this interview and sharing your story and your results. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. No,
Great.
I'm looking forward to it.
So tell us, first of all, what you do and who you help.
Yeah. So I'm a career coach, and I work with people who feel stuck in their professional lives, where it's starting to have an impact on their fulfillment in their life. So I work with them to get really clear on what it is they want. So creating a vision for the future, and then I help them. I help them achieve that goal.
Perfect. Love it. So can you share what was your life like when you started working with me, your life and business?
So I suppose focusing on business because I think it has an impact on life anyway. I suppose I was lacking a little bit of clarity around what it is, so who I really help as a
Mm.
coach, but also I think I had all of these ideas and things that I wanted to achieve, but I was there was a lot of fear there. So I suppose I've since we've worked together, I've started like I've my Instagram audience has really grown and my social media because I suppose I really started showing up as my authentic self. So really started doing things that I wanted to do but was a little bit too afraid to do before that. Also created some free courses and things that are more in line with the style of coaching and the type of coaching I want to do. So I would say before we started working together, there was maybe I lacked a bit of clarity, but there was also the I suppose some internal, I wouldn't say as much external blocks. There were more internal blocks like fear, maybe a little bit of lack of confidence, some limiting beliefs around what I could achieve in my business. And I would say now, since working with you, they're all gone. So I've much clearer on where I want to go with my business, where I want to be in a year's time, 2 years' time, and more confidence to actually when I get the ideas and things that I want to do to actually take actionable steps to achieve them.
Love it. So talking about your results, do you mind sharing some measurable results so that audience would know how much you've actually accomplished?
So measurable results, yeah, I would say so. I suppose one of the first things was I didn't have so I was doing I suppose I work with clients long term. So I work with them over a 4 month period. And the reason for that is I believe that to get real transformation, you need to give that amount of time. You're not going to achieve the goals and what you really want to achieve after 1 or 2 sessions. And I suppose I was doing that all along, but I wasn't actually calling it a program. So I was offering a program, but I wasn't charging for a program and I wasn't advertising it as a program. So I wasn't really giving um, I suppose myself the credit, but also really like giving the clients what they needed. I was, but I wasn't packaging it in that way. So I
Mhm.
suppose that's the first thing is now I offer a clear program, clear timeline, with a one-time investment. So it's a lot clearer. So that would be the first thing I would say that I've achieved. I've seen a 60% increase in the amount of clients that I've taken in.
You said
And that correlate
60.
60%, yeah.
Wow.
And that would be the same. So then around, yeah, about with revenue also about a 50 to 55% increase. Um, but yeah, so it's all, and I suppose then some like other measurable results, like just some small examples, like before we started working together, I wouldn't share videos and stuff on Instagram. And that was, again, that was one of the internal blocks. But like, I think after 2 sessions together, one day I just picked up the phone and did the video, and it's just went from there. I've really gotten into sharing my ideas, my thoughts, like really, I suppose for me, it's always what was important when setting up social media and things for my coaching was maybe be like a thought leader to really go try out these different things, get the insights, and then share them with clients. So not just coming up with like common things. I really wanted it to be from a unique perspective. And while I was having all of these insights, I wasn't sharing them. Now I'm sharing them. So I suppose that would be another big thing for me.
Yeah.
And then some smaller things that maybe I might have been overlooking is like I had a lot of free resources, free courses on that I was offering, but I wasn't, I wasn't collecting emails to stay in contact with those individuals to share newsletters and stuff. So small things that I was overlooking that have now, I suppose, had a big impact on the business. There are other really good, like, small things, but I've starting to see now the impact that they're having. And I suppose in a year's time, when my email list grows and those connections, they really do have a big impact on the business as well.
So true. And confidence is a biggie, isn't it? For many people, and fear that they have from showing themselves up, from being seen, from being authentic, sharing authentically and vulnerably. That's a big one. But you also mentioned, I remember when we were talking about your prices, that you increased the prices. By how much?
So I suppose what I did, so I kind of partially increased them, but what I think it's back to the program. So I was offering at the time kind of individual sessions and stuff. So I created a program that has now more sessions than I was offering before, and it has more offerings. So I would say they probably increased by maybe 30%, but the package also changed.
Yeah.
So I now have this one really clear offering that I offer to clients with measurable results and like clear on what you'll achieve, how many sessions we have together, how many check-ins, how many extra resources you get, and all of that. So that was the biggest thing. So revenue has definitely increased because of that. And what I find is now, because I have that and it's not charged by individual sessions or anything, I'm getting more clients because it's easier for them to make a decision. It's like, this is the cost. This is the program. This is exactly what I can promise that you'll get out of it. So that's definitely had a big impact on revenue.
That's amazing, Ciaran. And I remember how consistent you were in taking action. Consistent but imperfect action, and you were recording videos live videos every week, and you were one of the most consistent people I've known ever. I'm in admiration of you and what you accomplished and what you have done, really pushing through your limitations and fears and all, constantly taking action. Really amazing. So tell me, what concerns did you have before starting working with me? Did you have any?
I suppose one, and I think this is something we all have, is finances. So I suppose I came to you because I knew that I needed help. I suppose because it's, for me, it was, I knew I could do it, but I was also aware of what was holding me back. And I think that's why anyone goes to coaching. It's like there was blocks. I had a problem, and I needed it up. And you came up with your program. Everything sounded great. It was like, this will solve the problem. I suppose then always the first barrier was, oh wow, okay, that's a lot of money for me. Can I? Is it the right investment?
Yeah.
Because when you're, but I think what you did really, really well was, you acknowledged that. It was like, and then you were able to really, and I think that's something that I've learned from you, that I've brought to my clients as well, as, okay, it's an investment, but there is a payoff. Like, this is exactly what you will get out of it. It was like, we can jump back on a call. It was like going through, because again, they were internal blocks. It was like, you need to, because I suppose something with, if you're to buy a product, you get it and you know exactly what you're getting for it. But with a service, something with what we're working in, you're not guaranteed. You can't, you're guaranteeing that you can do it, but the other person is like, I've only just met this person, everything they're saying sounds amazing, but will I get that for that? And I suppose that's something that you were really clear on and good at, was really I suppose addressing that worry, and then kind of bring me through it to get me to the other side, because you knew that I would benefit from the program. But I think another thing is you were authentic. So there was a good rapport. Felt like I could trust you, and I think that's something that is really important. So yeah, I did have that concern, but that was quickly overcome just from the conversation.
Yeah, love it. And thank you for sharing that. And you know that big part of my program is sales training. So I teach people how to overcome, deal with objections,
Yeah,
how to lead sales calls. And did that help you in running your own business and selling packages?
definitely. Definitely the sales call, and I suppose I call it it's a consultation. You know, and it's not. I think a big part of it is obviously you want to see are you a right match for the person, because can you really help them? Because I wouldn't take on, I suppose, before before working with you, a few things that happened to is I'd maybe signed up with a client and we weren't 100% match. So I was overlooking a few things. I wasn't asking them questions like, what is your commitment level? Because you have to be highly committed, because obviously within the coaching, you're going to get the insights, you're going to get the help, you're going to have the breakthroughs, but it's outside of the coaching that you have to take the action. And that was one part that was missing from my sales calls. But then also, I suppose, the structure of the call, bringing the person through, asking the right questions to figure out are you a match, but also that you can tell them, okay, this is exactly what I can do for you. And then being able to tell them exactly what it is that you offer, and I was missing those two key factors, which I now have within my consultations.
Amazing. So true.
That
And
that
then you
make
can
the big difference.
pre-qualify people. Sorry for interrupting. You
Yes,
can then pre-qualify people and you will have a good match talking to you rather than
yeah,
spending hours on talking to people and selling your services to somebody who is not really committed and wouldn't take
yes,
action, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the most important things is you have to be. While I've never taken on anyone that I couldn't think that I could truly help, um, the part that was missing was being a day fully committed, because if
Yeah.
you're not fully committed, it's not like coaching can be so powerful, you can like completely change your life, but you have to be committed. Because, and I think one thing that you shared with me that I use now in my coaching sessions was, are you, from 1 to 10, how committed are you? Because one, if you're interested, you're going to do what's easy, you kind of want it, but if you're a 10, you'll do the hard things. And I think that was something for me throughout our coaching. Like there was often times like, God, I don't know if I can do this, but I was committed. So, and I know I had the support there. Someone told me to account, someone to talk through that issues with. I could send an email, a text message at any time. It was really that's a big thing when you're doing. You need to be committed, but when you have someone that's there to support you, it makes it a lot easier. But you have to be committed first, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to get on and do those videos. You're the one that has to outreach to clients. You're the one that has to do the sales calls. So you have to be committed.
Yeah, so true, Ciaran. And just came to me that you also participated in a big expo where you had a presentation, and also it was a
Yes.
bit outside your comfort zone, but you
Mm-hmm.
did very well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. So share with us who should work with me? Who is the program good for?
I would say anyone who is anyone who's in business. So especially within coaching, but doesn't necessarily need to be coaching. If you have a business and you are committed to that business, you really want it to work, you have an idea where you want to go with it, but you're being held back by lack of sales skills, lack of belief, lack of structure, lack of anything of that sort. The program is definitely for you. You'll see huge benefits even after the first session. I suppose one thing that I really admired about your coaching was even before we started, there was so many pre-questionnaires. It was really getting down to like there was so many questions, so many things to think about. It was really like you could see that you really wanted to get the best results. So I would say you need to be committed. You need to be willing to put the hard work in. But if you are, 100% sign up to the program, whether it's a coaching business you have or another service that you offer. You'll see huge benefits. And I think one of the biggest things within your coaching program is identity. So shifting your identity, you need to step into the person that you want to be. You need to start taking action even before you're there. And that's something that I think everybody struggles with, no matter what. And like even now, it's like I'm probably looking back to 3 or 4 months ago, I'm closer to the person that I want to be, but there's still a lot of work to do. You know, it's not finished. You'll always, I suppose, someone like me and like you and anyone in in business will have goals. So you reach one goal and then you set an even bigger goal, and then you need to do the work all over again because you need to step into that new identity. So your identity is always changing. Your goals are always changing. You need to take bigger steps, bigger risks. But I would say if you're ready for that and you want to, then sign up to the program.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And it's so well said, because anytime we set a new goal, we need to step up into that new identity. It never stops. You could be a multi-7-figure earner, have a massive business, and still set another goal, and you need to shift that identity again.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes is that it gets easier because you are so used to getting uncomfortable and stepping up that it just gets a bit easier, and that's it. But you still need to do this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. So tell us where people can find you, on which social media platforms they are.
So first place that you can go to is my website. So ciaranbarrycoaching.com. There it has all my links to all my social media. So I have Facebook, I have LinkedIn, and I have Instagram. So you can connect with
the name of the website, Ciaran?
Ciaran Barry Coaching.
Ciaran Barry
Coaching.com. And then
you have some amazing freebies as well, Ciaran, on your website that people can sign up to.
So there's a resources page that has tools and techniques. So anything from creating a CV, cover letter, preparing for an interview, but then many free assessments that you can take around limiting beliefs, values, and all of that. And I also have a free course, a 5-day email coaching course. So anyone that feels like they're lacking clarity, not sure where they want to go, not sure of their purpose, their passions, want to build confidence, there's a free course that you can sign up to there.
Amazing. And Ciaran, when I was reviewing your website, I remember I was blown away how professional it is. So go to his website, that's for certain, to see and check out the resources. It's so professional, amazing. And I will also add the link to your website and social media platforms so that people can locate you easier.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ciaran. Is there anything else you would love to add?
I would just say to you, honestly, thank you so much. Like I have really enjoyed working with you. I would highly recommend you to anyone, honestly. If you're not sure, just have the conversation. I worked with you for just over 3 months, and like the results I think the biggest thing for me was my self-belief, confidence, and the identity shifting. That's something that I use every day now. It's like it's my script every morning, and like it's that little bit of manifestation, visualizing in with it. I think that's what makes you unique. Is like there's plenty of strategies. Something that we did loads of things together. I think one was the market research that I hadn't even thought of before, which was huge for my business, which was great. Like I learned so much from it. But so like there's so many strategies. It's the sales, it's the marketing, it's all of that. But then it's really the identity shifting, the manifesting, the visualization, building confidence. So there's this perfect mix. You've really created a really good program. You show up really caring, authentic. So yes, if you're thinking about coaching, go to Gabriella. You won't regret it.
Thank you so much, Ciaran. And I really appreciate you, and I'm very proud of you.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.